Hey guys, it's Billy. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. So as you can see, I'm still here in the condo in Jupiter, Florida, but only for one more day. As I'm sure you've all heard, Major League Baseball has canceled spring training along with all the other major sports leagues. They have basically suspended everything until further notice. So with that being said, we were all informed that we'll be going home. So I'll be heading home first thing in the morning, which is about a week earlier than expected. Kind of a bummer. I really do love being down here, working, being around the guys. It's just something that an experience like no other. But the main thing is to keep everybody safe and to keep everybody healthy. So I hope you're all doing well. But the point of this video is we want to show records, right? So I have one more Florida vinyl dig in me, and it never disappoints. It's always my favorite shop, not because of the the great stuff that they have. That John has great stuff. Don't get me wrong; he has some phenomenal stuff. As a matter of fact, he is the probably the most particular, picky store owner as far as secondhand records go that I've ever came across. Super nice guy. The reason I love the store is because of John, the owner. I'm talking about Top 5 Records in Lakeland, Florida. If you ever get a chance, do yourself a favor, swing by, see John, see the store. It's not a huge store by any stretch of the imagination, but what he lacks in size, he makes up for in quality. Just an unbelievable selection of stuff. If you're into jazz, blues, he has a great selection of that stuff, and I'm talking top-notch stuff. He has your basic 80s. Your rock, your classic rock, your psychedelic rock. He has a little bit of metal, but like he said, he never sees it come through. So I just love Top 5 Records in Lakeland, Florida. I've been coming down here now. This is my third year coming down, and every year look more and more forward to seeing John. We've made friends outside of just me being a customer. We keep in touch through text throughout the year. We talk baseball. He's a huge baseball fan. He's a huge Marlins fan. So we connect, definitely connect. So John, when I first came down, I think the first day I came down into Jupiter, I made a special trip to see John. It was a Sunday. I guess 2 weeks ago Sunday, 2.5 weeks ago, whenever it was. And he had some things set aside for me, which I'll show here at the end. Just a gracious human being, a really, really good dude. But let's jump in and show the vinyl, shall we? You guys know how big of a Steve Earle fan I am. This is actually from the 1986 debut LP, Guitar Town. This is the advanced promo, white label promo 12-inch. It's not a single, but it's not an EP. It's just a 3-song sampler, I guess, if you will. Here's the, and the vinyl is just gorgeous. Like I said, a white label promo. The songs on here are Someday on side 1, and then there's 2 tracks on side 2, Fearless Heart and Good Old Boy Getting Tough. Such a great album. One of the absolute best albums, not only of the 80s, but of all time country music. It's great. It's the 80s country totally done in a different way than you've ever heard before. It's kind of like if you took Townes Van Zandt, Bruce Springsteen, John Cougar Mellencamp, you ended up with Steve Earle. It's one of those artists that definitely changed things, the way we looked at country music. Steve's a country artist, and even though his music at times can get very not country, he's when you get down to it, the roots of it, he's a country artist, and this is a fantastic country record Guitar Town, and I'm glad to have this. This is super rare. I've never seen this. It was a little bit pricey, but I'm so glad to have it. Just in mint condition. Great piece to add to the collection. Then you guys see I've been picking up some Blackfoot along the way, just filling holes. And this was the last Blackfoot thing that I needed. I believe this is their debut. No Reservations from 1975. I haven't really checked up on it. I just know it's one that I never see. I have, matter of fact, never seen it, especially in this good a condition. You know, like I said, John always delivers with the condition, so I was so happy to find this one, and I believe that completes my Blackfoot Ricky Medlock discography. Picked up a few. If you watch the latest videos that I did on my Kentucky dig and my Atlanta dig, you'll see I picked up some Nugent stuff. This is in Amboy Dukes, 1968, I believe. Yeah, 1968. It doesn't say on the back, but I believe this is 67 or 68. This is Journey to the Center of the Mind. Check out Nuge. There he is, a young Nuge on the back cover there. It's just a fantastic condition record. I love the label on this. Turn it right side up here so we can see the mainstream label. Just a gorgeous label there. I don't know if this has anything on the inside. Nope, that's it, just a standard white inner. But so glad to find that one. Super hard to find, especially in this kind of condition. Good score. This one really got me pumped. This is Manimals, so this is from 1985. Very much, you know, punk. It's metal. It's punk. It's metal. It's these guys are inspired by the Misfits, as you can tell. But John put it on, and it was great. It's a six-song EP, I guess you'd call it. It's Blood is the Harvest. Was not familiar with these guys at all. It's actually on. It has a really cool, just a nice all-around beautiful piece. This is stone cold mint. I'll take it out and show you guys. Here's the center label. There you go. And the inner sleeve is pretty cool as well. Some nice, great photos on there. Songs: Blood is the Harvest, White Zombie, Monster Nation, Burn Witch Burn, Outside Your Window, and Island of Lost Souls. There's lyrics on the back. But John, like I said, I was not familiar with this. John had a kind of, he has the, you know, the Holy Grail, or Holy Moly wall, as Dylan likes to call it. But he has the wall with some great stuff on it. And this wasn't on the wall, but this was at the counter. He has a box of really cool, harder to find stuff, and this was in there. So I was so glad to pick that up. Like I said, from 1985, I believe it's the only thing that the Manimals ever had available. Put it on, and it was really great. Sounded amazing. Love that stuff. Then I've been, you guys know I'm a Blackberry Smoke fan, and lead singer Charlie Starr actually turned me on to Wet Willie 10 years ago, probably 8-10 years ago. And I saw in an interview, he was talking about his influences and albums that he just loved and grew up with and couldn't get enough of. And Wet Willie, Which One's Willie, was one of those albums. So I've been picking up any Wet Willie that I can find. You know, there's a handful that you do see all the time, and then there's things like these, like this, you don't see ever. At least I've never seen this one. This is a Drippin' Wet Live from 1973. Just a totally killer cover. And Wet Willie is kind of like Blackberry Smoke in a sense. To me, I think they were a live band that basically that kind of sums them up. They're one of those bands that never really were able to capture the magic on record the same way they did live. I mean, I've watched live videos and clips on YouTube, and just amazing. Jimmy Hall on his vocals and harmonica. Just killer stuff. So that was Wet Willie Live, and it's on Capricorn Records, which is kind of cool. They've got those really nice inner sleeves, which that's another thing that John does. Here's another Wet Willie. This is Dixie Rock. So yeah, another thing that John does is he'll keep, if it's got the original inner sleeve, he'll include that as well, and he actually re-sleeves everything. Everything's cleaned and put in nice new sleeves, but he puts the original inners back in there. So this is just a gorgeous copy from 1975. What I said this was Dixie Rock. This is probably one that is a little bit easier to find, but it wasn't that expensive either. I just had to grab it because I didn't have it in the collection, and the condition was what I wanted it to be. So I can't wait to give that one a spin. And then lastly, of the things I actually picked up, purchased from John's place, is this sealed Christofferson record on Monument. There you go, on the Monument label. And this is Shake Hands with the Devil. I absolutely love this cover. Being a photographer, I can appreciate great photography, whether it be sports photography, concert photography, whatever. I can definitely appreciate and get into it. But just such a great moment there of Chris. So this has nothing at all that comes to mind as far as any big hits. And this is from 1979, but sealed Christofferson, had to have it. So that was all the things that I purchased from John at Top 5 Records in Lake Worth. But like I said, John had some things set aside for me. Such a gracious dude. As soon as I came in, he's like, Billy Hurst. I mean, he knew. Like I said, we talk all the time, even though I only come down once or twice a year. We've really made a nice connection, and I'm glad that we're friends. So just to show what kind of a individual John is, and a great dude, he had personalized these things for me. He had set these aside and given them to me. This is from excuse me, this is from 1959. Wow, look at the back there. Yeah, 1959, Joe Garagiola, That Holler Guy on United Artists label. So this is Yogi Berra, Leo DeRocher, Gil Hodges, Stan Musial, Toot Shore, and Casey Stengel. Of course, on the front, you got the Mickey Mantle. You got Joe, Stan Musial, Yogi Berra, and Kenny Boyer. So that is really cool. I don't know if this is a spoken word. It says Joe Garagiola, baseball's #1 Toastmaster at the dinner plate. I'm assuming this is a spoken word record, but can't wait to actually put this on and give that a spin. Another one that just blew me away. This is Stan the Man's hit record. To help you be a big league batter. Illustrated instructions enclosed, which how often are those illustrated instructions enclosed, especially on one of these kids' records from 1963? Well, it's enclosed on this one, and that's what makes this thing so cool and unique, I think. How awesome is this? So it goes through, I'm sure it's, like I said, it's another spoken word album, but you can actually go through, look at Stan's grip, things like that. Just stuff like this really excites me. Gets me, there you go, Stan the Man. That's awesome. Glad to have that. John's such a great dude. And then lastly, I already had a copy of this, but this may actually be an upgrade. It's in such nice condition. Celebration, the 1982 St. Louis Cardinals, another spoken word album celebrating and commemorating that 1982 World Series championship run. Those are my guys. Those are the guys I grew up on. Willie McGee, Ozzie Smith, Bruce Sutter, Whitey Herzog, the Joaquin Andahar, Bob Forsh. I can go on and on and on. So thank you for that. Also, he gave me a stack, and I'm talking a stack. I'm going to go through real quick. A stack of sealed, these are still sealed country records. Well, all these are still sealed except for one. He actually had just put away the majority of his country, and he pulled Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Patsy Cline, just a handful of the upper echelon of country artists, things that really kind of cross over, that aren't not just straightforward country fans buy. And he mixed those in with his regular stuff, and he basically pulled a lot of his country, and he had it all boxed up. And when I went in that first day, I was really bummed because I was really looking forward to digging through some country, and he didn't have any out. He had it all boxed up, and so I told him that I was going to have another day coming up in like 10 days, and he made it a point to pull that stuff out, and he had 3 boxes of country stuff just sitting there waiting for me to dig through. Like I said, that's the kind of guy that he is. Not only did he allow me to dig through it, he would not take any money for it. So here's what I pulled out, and it was free. So thank you for that, John. I really do appreciate it. From 1988, the Bellamy Brothers, and this is a sealed BMG music copy of Rebels Without a Clue. And I'll just go through these real quick. Excuse me. What's a year on this? I have no idea. Anyway, Glenn Campbell's Greatest Hits. Some really great songs on here. I'm gonna open this because this is gonna sound great. Gentle on My Mind, Wichita Lineman, Try a Little Kindness, By the Time I Get to Phoenix, Galveston, Dreams of the Everyday Housewife, Burning Bridges. Fantastic stuff. This is the only one that was not sealed, Mickey Gilley, Greatest Hits Volume 2. I love some Mickey Gilley, but I pretty much got this for Don't the Girls All Get Prettier at Closing Time. Love that song. Absolutely love it. And then Lottie Miss Claudie. There's a handful of really great songs on there. This is Lee Greenwood, Love Will Find Its Way to You. This is from 1986. I wonder if this is a Columbia House or if this is just no, it's just a standard release. Nothing. Yo, this has Gonna Take My Baby on a Morning Ride. So there you go. Great song. Fantastic song. Love that. So glad to have that one. Merle Haggard and the Strangers. 11 Winners. See this one all the time. You see it out all the time, but it's usually beat to hell. This says, it's all in the movies. It's not love, but it's not bad. If we make it through December, what a great, great tune. Always Wanting You, Carolyn, Moving On, Holding Things Together. The Old Man from the Mountain, and I've Got a Yearning. Really good stuff. Another Haggard album from what is this one, 84? I knew it was 84, 85. So 1984, it's all in the game. Let's Chase Each Other Around the Room Tonight. Great, great song. A Place to Fall Apart with Janie Fricke. It's All in the Game. Natural High, another duet with Janie Fricke. Well, it's not really a duet. Janie just kind of is featured on there, singing harmony. To All the Girls I've Loved Before. The Hag. It doesn't get much better than that. Highway 101. This is the one that I think, I'm pretty sure I had, but definitely didn't have a sealed copy. This is a BMG music from 1987. Whiskey, If You Were a Woman. What a great, great song. Somewhere Tonight. Man, this is a good album. Cry, Cry, Cry. The Bed You Made for Me. Man, there was hit after hit after hit on this record. This is a good freaking record right here. The Judds, River of Time. This is another one, BMG Direct from 1989. And this has the great song, Young Love. That's such a killer song. Um, that was the big one. That's the real big one off there. What a great song. And then this one, I was stoked to have. I have a copy of this, but I was like, oh, how great will it be to have a sealed copy of this? Jerry Lee Lewis, Killer Country, Folsom Prison Blues, Jukebox Junkie, Late Night Lovin' Man, 39 and Holden, which is such a killer song. Mama, This One's For You. Anyway, this one is still sealed, but the shrink is so tight. I don't know if you can see. I'm hoping that it's not bowed, but I've got a pretty good feeling that this one might be warped a little bit. I just said bowed. Might be warped. That right here. It's a little, I mean, it's tight. We'll see. It was free. Buck Owens. It's Monsters Holiday. This is really cool. I know I have this on 8-track, and I don't think I have a vinyl copy of this. So it was really nice to get a sealed copy. Such a great record. There's several different variations of this Kenny Rogers Greatest Hits, but this is 20 Greatest Hits. Unfortunately, let's talk about the good things first. The good things are you're getting 20 killer tracks from Kenny Rogers. I mean, just unbelievable tracks. The bad news is they crammed them all onto one album, so it sounds like dog shit. Really bad. It's got a Record Master original price tag of $9.49 there. But the track list: Lucille, Lady, We've Got Tonight, Love or Something Like It, She Believes in Me, Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer, The Gambler, Through the Years, Daytime Friends, Nighttime Lovers, You Decorated My Life, Reuben James, Coward of the County, Love Will Turn You Around, that theme from Six Pack, the movie. Great stuff. Love me some Kenny Rogers. George Strait, Right or Wrong. This is from 1983. Look at that. Doesn't get much better than old King George. This has You Look So Good in Love, Right or Wrong, 80 Proof Bottle of Tear Stopper, Let's Fall to Pieces Together. Good stuff. Sealed. Here we go. This is awesome. Conway. Look at that hair. Yeah, buddy. Killer. I love the simplicity of the back, the artwork on the back. So this is Conway Twitty. Shake It Up. Factory sealed for your protection. Well, I won't even go there. Seal it up for your protection and hers. So I don't know what year this is from. I'm going to assume this is from the early 60s, mid 60s. Shake It Up, Baby, Maybe Baby, Why Can't I Get Through You, Double Talk, Baby, Need Your Lovin', Born to Sing the Blues, Golly Gosh, OG, and Crazy Dreams. So those of you that don't know, Conway first came in, broke onto the scene as a rock and roll or rockabilly artist. He really wanted to be like Elvis, but he found his calling, his true calling in country music later down the road. And here's the Conway we all know and love right there. Hello, darling. So this has Boogie Grass Band. Great stuff. Some really good stuff on here. This is just called Conway. Look at him here on the back. Yeah. And then another one here, Conway, Georgia Keeps Pulling on My Ring. My great grandmother loved Conway. Conway was her favorite. That's the Conway I remember growing up as a kid. So this is Conway's Greatest Hits Volume 1. The Rose, A Slow Hand, Somebody's Needing Somebody, 3 Times a Lady, I Don't Know a Thing About Love. What a fantastic song. The Clown, A Heartache Tonight, Lost in the Feeling. You know you're pretty comfortable with yourself when you're going to take not only walk around like that, but you're going to use that as your damn album photo. You go, Conway. And then lastly, Don Williams, New Moves. This is from it's a Columbia house, so it's got to be late 80s. Does it not say? No, it doesn't say. Anyway, late 80s. I'm going to guess 87-ish. New Moves from Don Williams. There you go. So guys, again, we're at 25 minutes. I can't make a video any shorter than that. I like to talk too much. But that's it. I hope everybody's staying safe. My time in Jupiter is up. By the time this video gets posted, I'll be well on my way back home. So, as always, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope everybody stays safe. They've pushed back Record Store Day now to June, I believe. So, give us something else to look forward to. But like I said, everybody just be smart, stay safe, and be nice to each other. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Always take care. Peace.